Bill Perkins, Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life. Welcome to the summary of A Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life by Bill Perkins. This book challenges the conventional notion of saving money for the future and emphasizes the importance of time as your most valuable resource. By focusing on enjoying life's experiences, you'll gain a memory dividends and live a more fulfilling existence. As you read further, we'll explore concepts such as the life cycle hypothesis, passing on the inheritance, handling multiple deaths in our lifetimes, and taking calculated risks in our youth. Get ready to reevaluate your relationship with money and time, and learn to make investment decisions that enrich your life.
Embrace the finite time. At just 35 years old, John discovered he had terminal cancer, leading his wife Erin to quit her job so they could cherish the time they had left. Through this heartbreaking scenario, we're reminded that our time on Earth is limited and that we should prioritize enjoyment alongside financial security. While many people focus on saving for the future, it's crucial to recognize that health and wealth are intertwined, and experiences should not be put on hold indefinitely. Financial success should be balanced with living in the present, as there is no guarantee we can recapture lost time. The story of John and Erin may sound extreme, but it forces us to confront a fundamental truth: our time is finite, and we must use it wisely. Although we often focus on financial resources, we should also prioritize the time we have available. Unfortunately, neglecting this aspect may lead to an unfulfilled and wasted life. The crux of the matter is this simple principle: while it's possible to earn more money, we can never reclaim lost time. People who treat time as infinite tend to postpone their gratification and put their dreams on hold. Imagine a 30-year-old who longs to travel the world and engage in exciting activities once they retire. Although this plan might seem reasonable, their ability to enjoy these experiences could be greatly diminished as they age, if they ever get to participate in them at all. The underlying reason for this problem is evident: wealth is pointless without health. Even with a substantial nest egg, will an elderly individual genuinely appreciate physically demanding activities such as climbing Rome's Spanish Steps or water skiing? To avoid this dilemma, it's crucial for people to prioritize their goals and desires now, while they are still in their prime. Many individuals, including the author, have been taught to save their money instead of spending it. However, a conversation with a senior coworker challenged this perspective. The coworker questioned the author's decision to save every penny from their low-paying job, suggesting he should indulge in experiences with his limited income instead of only saving for his wealthier future self. This profound realization compelled the author to strike a balance between enjoying his life in the present and investing in his future security. In conclusion, we must acknowledge our finite time and strive to allocate it effectively. Pursuing a balanced approach toward financial stability and personal fulfillment is essential, as there is no guarantee we can ever make up for the time we've lost. The riches of memory dividends. We often perceive investments solely in terms of financial gains. However, experiences are also valuable investments that pay off in the form of memory dividends. These pleasurable memories offer lifelong fulfillment and a wealth of experience even when they don't have direct monetary returns. Investing in experiences early on will give you more time to enjoy these memories, making your life richer and more meaningful. Many of us can grasp the idea of investing in stocks, shares, or property, anticipating financial returns. But have you ever contemplated investing in experiences? Picture spending $10,000 on a European adventure, where you create new friendships, discover different cultures, and broaden your horizons. Though this journey might not bring monetary returns or improve your earning potential, it is essential to understand that dividends can come in other forms. Your experiences deliver valuable memory dividends that last a lifetime. Every time you reminisce about your European trip through photographs or conversations, a wave of pleasurable memories floods your mind. These memories are priceless and offer long-lasting satisfaction. Indeed, the memory of your trip might not be as gratifying as experiencing it firsthand, but don't dismiss its importance. If you live a life brimming with diverse and enriching experiences, the accumulated memory dividends will make you feel wealthy in terms of experience, even if not in monetary terms. Perhaps you might assume that setting off on a grand adventure should be postponed while you focus on financial goals. However, consider this: the sooner you invest in experiences, the more time you will have to savor those cherished memories. An anecdote from the author illustrates the power of memory dividends. As his father's health declined, and the capacity to create new memories diminished, he presented his father with a highlights reel of his collegiate football days. His father proclaimed it to be the best gift he'd ever received. In conclusion, investing in experiences offers numerous benefits, even if they don't directly result in monetary gains. Your life will be richer, and you'll enjoy the wealth that memory dividends afford throughout your lifetime. Don't let the pursuit of financial wealth overshadow these priceless opportunities. Die with zero or work for free. Imagine working hard for years only to realize you've worked for free. This is the reality when people die with unspent savings. The life cycle hypothesis, LCH, suggests that, in order to live a more fulfilling life, you should spread your spending evenly throughout your lifetime, eventually reaching a net worth of zero upon your death. Planning and embracing this approach provides an opportunity to savor experiences and create lasting memories, instead of merely accumulating funds that will never be used. Consider the story of Elizabeth, a 45-year-old woman with an annual net income of $49,000. Out of this amount, she spends only $33,000, allocating the remaining $16,000 to her pension and savings account. By the time she retires at age 65, her net worth, including savings and home equity, reaches $770,000. For the next 2 decades, she spends $32,000 annually before passing away at age 85. Although Elizabeth's remaining savings of $130,000 might seem like a prudent decision, her funds never served her. Her hourly wage, when working, was approximately $19. The unused $130,000 calculates to over 6,000 hours of labor, roughly 2.5 years spent working for free. Instead, Elizabeth could have employed the principles of the life cycle hypothesis, LCH, to enrich her life experiences. The LCH theory posits that your expenditures should remain relatively constant throughout your life. One should strive to die with a net worth of zero, operating under the assumption that you're able to approximately predict your remaining years. This approach ensures that your wealth doesn't lie dormant in a bank account but contributes to meaningful moments, memories, and experiences throughout your life. Had Elizabeth followed the LCH guidelines, she would have been able to enjoy a wealthier life experience rather than letting her hard-earned income stagnate in a savings account. With those additional 6,000 hours, she might have traveled, pursued new hobbies, or invested in experiences that create lasting memories and a more fulfilling life. Ultimately, the decision to equally distribute wealth throughout one's life can lead to a more enriching and satisfying existence, free from the shackles of unnecessary financial accumulation. Rethinking inheritance timing. Dying with zero doesn't mean being selfish and disregarding your children's inheritance. Instead, it encourages a more mindful approach to managing wealth and passing on benefits to your offspring when they truly need it. Early inheritance can provide your children with access to resources such as housing and memorable experiences, and it eliminates the need for them to struggle for years. By considering long-term care insurance instead of saving for a possible worst-case scenario, parents can successfully provide for their children's future while ensuring their own financial well-being. Rewriting the complex information in a more digestible manner. Rethinking how and when to pass on inheritance can be a game-changer for parents and their children. Contrary to popular belief, the concept of dying with zero doesn't mean squandering your children's inheritance for selfish reasons. Instead, it asks you to question how much wealth belongs to you and how much is meant for your kids. Let's say you've decided to leave $50,000 for your daughter. Instead of simply earmarking the money, take the opportunity to manage your wealth in a way that benefits your kids while you're still around. An eye-opening economic study reveals that most Americans receive inheritance from their parents after their passing, typically around the age of 60. However, the younger generation could stand to benefit much more from receiving a portion of their inheritance earlier in life. Imagine the difference it could make for your 30-year-old daughter, possibly allowing her to secure a family home or invest in experiences that have a greater impact on her life. One common concern parents have is the potential for medical or care expenses in their later years. Instead of hoarding resources, consider opting for long-term care insurance, which can be more economical than saving for an uncertain worst-case scenario. In this way, both parties can confidently look towards the future, knowing that their financial needs are covered. Embrace change, seize opportunities. Life is a series of evolving chapters, with each one bringing new experiences, passions, and priorities. Recognizing these stages allows us to allocate our time and resources efficiently, ensuring we make the most of the opportunities that arise during each chapter. To extract the utmost value from life, divide it into time buckets, each representing 5 to 10 years, and identify the most desirable experiences for each period. By doing so, you can allocate your financial resources more purposefully and ultimately, live a more fulfilling life. One might say that we experience multiple deaths throughout our lives, as various versions of ourselves cease to exist. The author beautifully illustrates this concept using his own experiences, revealing how each stage of his life, from being a carefree teenager to a father with a child who is growing into independence, has brought about new configurations and priorities. This ever-changing kaleidoscope of life has a profound impact on how we spend both our time and money. As each version of ourselves fades, new passions and interests arise. Viewing our lives as a collection of time buckets, with each bucket representing a 5 to 10 year period, enables us to live more consciously and allocate our resources optimally. For example, if you're currently 30, consider dividing your remaining life into 6 or 7 time buckets. After doing this, identify the experiences you still want to have and determine the most appropriate age to enjoy each one. Then, assign each experience to the corresponding time bucket. This technique offers a powerful way to prioritize your financial resources, ensuring you can fully enjoy the experiences that truly matter during each chapter of your life. By accepting the impermanence of life and embracing the fluid nature of our identities, we can seize opportunities and live our lives to the fullest, with the forethought to spend our money where it matters most. Striking the retirement balance. Understanding one's net worth and striking the ideal balance between saving and living life to the fullest is crucial. To ensure financial stability without accumulating excess wealth, individuals should aim for a net worth that meets their basic needs while accounting for the growth of interest over time. Achieving this balance allows individuals to nurture fulfilling experiences and make the most out of their time. Dying with zero might seem frightening, but living with zero can be just as concerning. A common worry people face is running out of money later in their lives. So, what amount constitutes a secure retirement, and how can one prevent financial anxiety? By examining your net worth, you'll be able to gauge your financial situation. Simply add up your total assets and subtract your debt to determine your net worth. The ultimate message here is to save adequately for retirement without accumulating unnecessary excess. As life progresses, it's natural for your net worth to increase. Circumstances such as diminishing debt, higher-paying jobs, and homeownership contribute to this upward trajectory. Although a growing net worth might seem ideal, it can become excessive. The tipping point occurs when you've saved enough to support the rest of your life without working. For instance, imagine you need $12,000 per year to get by, with an expected remaining lifespan of 40 years. Theoretically, you would require a net worth of $480,000 to retire. However, interest accruing on your assets over time means you could likely stop working with less than this amount. Approximately 70% of your estimate will suffice. To maximize your life experiences, maintain your net worth close to the necessary survival amount. When you reach this point, focus on spending intentionally on enriching opportunities or reducing work commitments to ensure you live a rewarding, balanced existence. Seize the day early. Age plays a significant role in achieving your dreams and taking risks. Being bold at a young age provides a larger window for potential success and allows for more time to recover from failure. Embrace risk-taking in your 20s, as the consequences become more serious and the rewards less significant as you age. Embrace the popular adage, the bigger the risk, the greater the reward, with one significant caveat: consider your age. Risk-taking is like embarking on a global backpacking trip. The younger you are, the more you'll gain from the experience. So, why is it better to take risks when you're young? Picture your dream to be a Hollywood star, relocating to Los Angeles, attending auditions, and working odd jobs to support yourself. The risks are evident: most aspiring actors don't make it, and many end up unemployed and broke. As you age, the consequences of such risk-taking become more severe. If you chase your acting dreams at 21, failure doesn't loom as heavily. Being young, you can still alter paths and build different careers. Asymmetric risk characterizes this stage of life, where the potential successes far outweigh the failures. Not pursuing your ambition at 21 is the real gamble, since it risks a lifetime of contemplating what could have happened. However, as you grow older, this scenario changes. Risk-taking at 35 or beyond involves leaving a stable job, potentially uprooting your family, and re-evaluating your choices. With increasing age, the downsides of risk-taking intensify while the upsides of success decrease. For instance, if you achieve stardom at 55, the time you have to savor success is comparatively shorter than at a younger age. Remember to seize the day and act on your dreams as early as possible. Don't wait for complete financial security, as life and opportunities are finite while your dreams remain limitless.
The summary of Die with Zero leaves us with thought-provoking insights on the importance of treating time as a finite resource and focusing on life experiences rather than solely working to accumulate wealth. The book highlights that we can always earn more money, but we will never recapture lost time. It stresses the concept of investing in experiences, which pay valuable memory dividends, and underscores the necessity of managing wealth and inheritance with an emphasis on living life to the fullest. Furthermore, it encourages us to seize the day and take calculated risks when we are younger, since the consequences of these risks become more severe as we age. By addressing these topics, Bill Perkins inspires us to reevaluate our priorities and make the most of our time on Earth.